How many pints are in a gallon? 8. How many cups? 16. We're going to go over this again. Billions of gallons. How many gallons of water are in the ocean? Billions and billions and billions of gallons. What if the ocean were made of chocolate milk? The whales probably wouldn't like it. Metric liquid measurements. There is a metric system for liquids too. The system is based on the liter as the unit of measure. A milliliter is 1 milliliter. Here is 1 milliliter. Okay, milliliters. That's even smaller than this. The smallest on here is 2.5 milliliters. 10 milliliters is called a centiliter. 100 centiliters is called a liter. Many types of drinks are sold in 1 liter bottles. If your parents drink a lot of pop, they might buy it in the 2 liters. So that would, a 2 liter of pop is, well, let's see, would be 200 centiliters. Okay. Kiloliter. 1,000 liters is called a kiloliter. How many liters would it take to fill this tub? A lot. Time. 60 seconds equals 1 minute. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. 24 hours equals 1 day. There is another thing we measure. It is called time. How long did it take to read this book? Did it take a second, a minute, or an hour? I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know at the end. Okay, then there's this. 7 days equals 1 week. 52 weeks equals 1 year. 12 months equals 1 year. There are 24 hours in 1 day. There are 7 days in 1 week. There are 52 weeks in 1 year. There are also 12 months in 1 year. Did it take you 1 year to read this book? No. There's no such thing as metric time. All the time is the same. Here is something we cannot measure. We cannot measure how much you love reading. We hope you always love to read. The end. Okay, that was a great story and great use of candy. All right, now we're going to go over some of the stuff for the homework. Okay, we're going to go over to our breakfast nook over here and go over some of these boards that I already have done. Okay, you probably already know a lot of this. 12 inches equals 1 foot. 3 feet equals 1 yard. Okay, here's how to convert them. So, if they give you 60 inches and they want to add how many feet is that? Okay, so you take 60 inches, divide it by 12 inches. Okay, there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay, and that is 5. 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 plus the 1 equals 6, 60. So, 60 inches equals 5 feet. Do you see how we did that? They wanted to know how many feet does 60 inches equal. So we have to divide. Okay, and remember, you can rewatch this multiple times. Here's another example. 8 feet equals how many yards? So we take 8 feet divided by 3. Why did we choose 3? Because there's 3 feet and 1 yard. 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract, we get 2. So 8 feet equals 2 yards and 2 feet. Okay? Move over to the next one. Here's a little bit more complicated one. This is why it had to go on its own board. They asked 60 inches equals how many yards? So you have to go through multiple steps. As you can see, this is a multi-step problem. We take 60 inches divided by 12 inches, which equals 1 foot. And that was 5 feet. Now we have to take 5 feet and divide it by 3 feet, which equals 1 yard. 3 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract, you get 2 feet. So 60 inches equals 1 yard, 2 feet. That's how we do that one. Okay, now I'm having an issue with this board. Got it. Okay, like we said earlier, the metric system is not really that hard. And we're not going to get into too much detail with it right now. 1 meter equals 1,000 milliliters. So really all you're doing is adding zeros at the end. 3 meters equals how many millimeters? You just take 3 times 1,000 equals 3,000 millimeters. See, that's really all you're doing. You're just taking, to go from meters to millimeters, you just take that number times 1,000. It's really easy. If it was 50 meters equals how many, that would be 50 times 1,000. That would be what it is. Okay, now, if they want to ask you how many millimeters to meters, you're going to do the opposite, which is divide. So 800 millimeters divided by 1,000. Okay, so we can't do that. So we have to add a decimal. This is where we're going to use those dividing decimal skills that you are all so good at. So we're going to put a decimal and a 0. Why is it that we can put a decimal 0 there? That's right, because it is the same. 800.0000 is the same as 800 whole numbers. Okay, so we're going to bring our decimal straight up, because if you don't bring that decimal up, it doesn't count. So you're going to put the decimal there. And now we can do 8 times 1,000 equals 8,000. Subtract, we get 0. So 800 millimeters equals 8/10 of a meter. And remember, if this is confusing, rewatch these videos. Okay. There's my drawer. Okay. Now here's this one, which we just went over. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. 1 quart equals 2 pints. 1 pint equals 2 cups. Okay, here's some examples. I have a lot. 3 gallons equals how many quarts? 3 times, well, we take the 3 gallons times 4 quarts. 3 times 4 equals 12, so 12 quarts. 3 gallons equals 12 quarts. 8 quarts equals how many pints? So we take the 8 quarts times 2 pints in each quart. So 8 times 2 is 16. 16 pints. 5 pints equals how many cups? 5 pints times 2 cups in each pint equals 10 cups. See, this is really not that hard. It's just knowing how much is in each thing. Alright, last example. Alright, 3 gallons equals how many cups? Here's what you do. You take 3 gallons times 4 quarts, which equals 12 quarts. Then you take 12 quarts times 2 pints. It's 24 pints. Then you take 24 pints times the 2 cups in each one equals 48 cups. So 3 gallons equals 48 cups. Or you could also know that 16 cups are in 1 gallon. 16 times 3 equals 48. Either way. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do, that's how you do your math. And all that conversion stuff that I put on there, how many equals what, is at the top of your math homework. I think there's 18 questions, maybe. So yeah, you all now have more than enough information to do your work. Enjoy. Oh, I didn't tell you. It is due next Tuesday, because next Monday is Memorial Day, so you have a week and a day to do it. Or you could just do it now and get it done with. Woo! That's up to you, but you do have a week and a day to do it. Okay, have fun.